All right, we're over at the brake and we're ready to do some bending. We start with our hems. Obviously, we work our way around. We start from the outside and work our way in when we're bending, just like we did with the layout. But we have a small problem. This hem right here, if we try bending it on the brake, it's going to bend the tab as well, and we don't want that to happen. So these hems, this one and this one on both sides, we can't bend with the brake. This guy and the other two and the other end, we can. So we're going to start with those four. I've already got this little one bent. So we'll bend this other little guy. And again, hems get bent all the way. So as far as we can go. We're going to turn it this way, do this long one. And then to smash them all the way down, we close that and smash all these just like that. All right, so those are all the hems we can bend at the moment. We still need to bend these two, but we have to get a different hand tool to do that. So I'm going to go grab that and we'll show you. All right, so this is called a hand seamer, a pair of vice grips that work really well. We can use this to bend these other two hems. We can use it and we only grab right here. So I'm doing this over here by the brake just because I've got the camera set up. I would prefer you to do this over by the table so somebody else can get in, use the brake, and then we can speed things up a little bit. So I'm going to grab this right on my line, just like we did with the brake. And this works a whole lot better if you can set this down right on the edge of a table over there, but I'm going to do it right here. So if I set this down right there, and it slipped a little bit, I'm going to hold down on this, and I'm pushing down while I'm bending it around. I'm going to bend it as far as I can. Just like that. Okay, then we can use this the same way we use the brake, and we can squash that flat. Pop that loose. All right, so I'm going to have to do this 4 times. Again, being careful I don't also grab the tab. So this isn't grabbing very tight. So if I tighten this screw up just a little bit, I should be able to grab back on it and bend those 4 more times. So I'm going to do that and then we'll come back to you. Okay, all of our hems are bent. Now we can start bending tabs and sides. If you put your tabs facing the other way, not a big deal, it'll still work. But we're going to bend this whole line, so we bend the side and those 2 tabs all at once. And these ones, we do not bend all the way. We're going to bend this 90 degrees, okay? So we bend it up. We can check it, see how close to 90 degrees we are by setting it on here. Bent it just a little far, so I'm going to clamp it back in there, pull it out just a little bit. Same thing on this side. Get that one lined up. Bend it 90-ish degrees. And I bent that one too far too. Clamp it back in there, pull it back just a little bit. That looks pretty good. So before we can bend these last 2 sides up, we have to do a few things. First thing is we're going to use the pliers. We're going to bend our tabs out just a little bit so that they won't crash into the side. So you can see how they're twisted out. And now we can bend this whole side up, but we got to do some adjusting. So with this machine, we need 8 inches. This is a 6-inch finger. This is a 3-inch. We've got a 6 and a 3 over here for a total of 9. If we had a 2-inch finger, that would work perfect. Well, there's an 1.25 inches. There's a 3/4. So we can put those two on right here. We should be good. But I just want to review. Remember that little flat spot? That needs to be pointing towards the back. If it's not, it's twisted. This finger is going to stick out too far and it's going to ruin your project and the finger. So double check, make sure the back has the flat spot. It should line up, edges right there. Tighten that up, doesn't have to be super tight. Okay, and we put this one in there. That should get us pretty close to our 8 inches. If you made a mistake and your box is a little under 8 inches, you might just use just the 1.25 inches, scooch it over so there's a little gap between them to get it to fit. So let's see how close I am. Ooh, look at that, perfect. So we're gonna bend this side up. We bend this side again, not 90 degrees. It won't go 90 degrees without putting a great big dent in the bottom of the tray. So we got to watch that our sides here don't snag on the fingers when we bend. It looks like they both popped past, so we're okay there. We're going to go up close to 90, but if I keep bending, again, it's going to put a great big dent all the way across the back there. So don't push it too far. Get that. Same deal there. And we're done with the brake. We're ready to go do some other stuff.